The right wing is currently very much mid-freak out over President Joe Biden's proposed reforms to the SCOTUS. And they're not only scared about it to try to ward it off, they're telling some truly absurd lies. And I want to start with one of the chief liars on the right, that is House Speaker Mike Johnson, who put up this tweet saying that it's a proposal to radically overhaul the US Supreme Court. It would pretty much bring it in line with a lot of other Western nations, but that's his approach. Would tilt the balance of power and erode not only the rule of law, but the American people's faith in our system of justice. They have no faith in our system of justice, least of all in the Supreme Court. Also, having a natural timed balance of every president getting 2 Supreme Court nominations, them not literally staying on the court until they perish, and having a system of ethics that they actually have to abide by. Exactly how does that tilt the balance of power? How does that erode the rule of law? Again, this is how virtually every other country on earth does it. We are centuries behind on that. Mike Johnson likes that system. He likes how it's set up. He likes how the Republicans have been able to game it, and the rich have been able to corrupt our justices. That's what he's desperately clinging to. I think they're very reasonable reforms, but it's not just in the House. Mitch McConnell in the Senate's also very worried.
The Supreme Court is under attack. Prominent Democrats say it must do what they want and not what the laws and Constitution require. In polling last year, the court was the branch of government with the highest level of trust from the public. But that hasn't stopped Democrats from devoting the last 8 years to an all-out campaign against the court's legitimacy and ultimately against its very existence.
Look, I don't want to go too hard against Mitch McConnell because it looks like he might die literally any second. But it obviously does not bother him at all that Clarence Thomas has been bought by the rich. He's not the only member of the court, but he's the one who's been most bought. Utterly corrupt. Every American can see it. Mitch McConnell wants to ignore the evidence of our eyes. Maz, what do you think?
Well, Mitch McConnell's the biggest hypocrite. He's the one who famously stopped Merrick Garland from becoming a Supreme Court justice during Obama, and then of course when Trump's term was running out, he's like, no, let's rush people in. So he's a big hypocrite. He's not to be listened to. And the unfortunate thing is that we think we live in a democracy, but actually what's happened is these people are trying to hold on to power wherever they can, where the country is probably more Democrat numbers wise. The fact is that the Supreme Court is highly unbalanced in that sense, and bringing in some ethics, bringing in some, maybe even, widening the Supreme Court to have more justices, I think would be only a good thing, because what he just said about the poll showing that the people trusted the Supreme Court, I don't know what poll he's looking at, but from what I see, most people see how corrupt the Supreme Court is. They made Donald Trump immune. So, I mean, come on, dude. Stop with your BS. And I really hope that, I don't know what it's going to take, but I hope that some of these reforms do happen.